Guys, this is just going to be a short little video on how to change your rear brake pads on an 03 Trailblazer. This is actually a 99 Trailblazer right here, but I'm using 03 brake calipers, which I think are a little different. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to take a 14mm socket. If this thing would focus, you're going to pull out these the bolts holding on your caliper. I'm gonna slide that off. You can see how these guys are totally worn out. Now what you're gonna do, you're actually gonna take this pin on top, you're gonna lift it up and slide it out. And notice how there's actually a metal piece in between the two pads. So when you take it out and you put the new pads in, make sure that you have that metal piece in there. Sorry about the bad filming. There we go. So now your pads should come right out. But I mean, this is old and they've never been changed, so you know. Hold, please. Okay, so we got everything out of here, out of the caliper. You can see it's completely empty. Now we got our two bolts holding it on, the pin. This is a little spacer that goes in between the two pads. And these pads, they're so old. You can actually see they've been worn all the way down into the metal. So here's a little comparison. Then thick-wise, there's plenty of meat on these new ones. So what we're gonna do first, it's kind of finicky, but you're going to want to have your brake pads go up in here with this little spacer in between, like this. And then you're going to try and wiggle your pin back through, like that. It's kind of finicky, but I'll try and get it on video. Alright. So our pistons, they were stuck open, but they're now closed. So now we can actually properly get these pads in. Make sure you don't put them backwards, so you don't have the metal side on the rotor, because that would suck. I mean, these rotors are trash already; they're super scored up. But one in. There we go. So there we go. We got both pads in. Sorry about the weird angle, but both pads in. Now we got to put our little spacer back in right here. We can pop this pin back in. There we go. So, got new pads. Everything's back in as it should. Now, since I'm going to be replacing this whole axle and carry bearings and everything on here, I'm not going to put the caliper back on because it would just be another thing to remove. But, you know, you can get these spaced out. You can pop it back on the rotor. I'll keep these bolts in here for now, but you know, then you just put it on, have your bolts go back in, and it will be really easy. I can do another video on how to do the front ones. You can leave a comment if you want, since I have brake pads for those too. So thanks for watching. That's how to put brake pads on your 03 Polaris Trailblazer. I actually I'll do a video on how to bleed the brakes in the future, but you know, I gotta get the engine running and replace this stuff. But thank you guys for watching. Alright, peace.